There are 3 stitches I use the most on my serger, and on the Husqvarna Viking Amber Air S400, we have the 4-thread overlock, the 3-thread narrow overlock, and next the rolled hem. So this serger, it's super easy to set up for a rolled hem, and I'm going to take you through step by step. So for a 3-thread rolled hem, we always take out the left needle. So you will need your screwdriver, and if you want to pull out the accessory from your accessory box, this is a needle inserter or remover, super easy. So start by cutting the thread of the left needle, and if you cut it up here and pull it out the bottom, it always works nice and smooth, never taking any of the lint back up through those tension discs. And then take the spool off the serger. This is key. If you don't, it wants to go play with its friends because it feels left out. Trust me, that happens often. So then if you lower down the presser foot, take the accessory that will hold on to the needle so when you loosen it, doesn't drop into the serger. Take the small screwdriver and loosen the screw next to the L for left needle. Give it a little wiggle till it drops out, and then tighten that screw so it doesn't wiggle out later. Okay, the next couple things that we're going to change are stitch length and stitch finger. So the stitch finger is right up here. Now let me tell you about this. As you pull it towards you, you can see down in this area a small little lever removing or pulling towards you. The key is to make yourself a little reminder that once you pull this out, you do all your rolled hems, and then you usually stop serging. And then you come back a couple weeks later and you forget that this is out, and then your overlock stitch doesn't look as good. So see if you can remember to push that back in as soon as your rolled hem is done. So I'm pulling it out. That's what makes the fabric kind of curl or fall over, and then the stitch just rolls it right on up. It's beautiful. The next thing that we're going to do is move it from normal to tight. What is this little guy? Tight means that internally the lower looper is tightened, and it just makes it perfect. So usually we do tighten our lower looper tension for a rolled hem, but on this serger we don't really have to do as much. Just send it over to tight. You still could do that if you need to. And then the last thing to do is turn the stitch length. You can see over here, there's an R. So R for rolled hem brings a little shorter, and then you can see how you like if you want it all the way to 1, which is a 1 millimeter long stitch length, or if you like the R as it goes. So did you notice we didn't really have to do anything with our thread? I usually like to cut a little bit off, just give yourself a nice, pretty, fresh edge. And the idea is that as you see the upper looper, which on this serger is the pink, it is rolled all the way from the front all the way to the back. Boy, it doesn't get any more perfect than that. So these 3 stitches are truly the stitches I use the most on the serger. So that rolled hem, super easy. The first thing I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to switch over to some other stitches, push that little stitch finger back in and move this back to normal, and then put in the needle if you're going back to a 4-thread or continuing on with something narrow with the right needle.